So let's talk a little bit about how you can be using AI. And you know what? I thought the easiest way to do it was to just go step by step through the video creation process, right? So let's start from the very beginning. AI can help you with ideation. Now, this is actually a really cool way for you to be using AI. You can let AI tell you what topics you should be doing your videos on. Now, you want to be careful here because you want to make sure that it's not generating generic topics. So be very specific when you're putting your query into an AI tool like chatgpt. This is going to give you a whole list of potential topics. So this is a great way for you to come up with new ideas for videos. So that's the very beginning of the process, right? You're going to do ideation. The next step is you're going to write the script. Well, guess what? AI can now do that for you. It's going to create a full script. Now, it has some limitations. I've been testing a couple of different tools, and it does have some limitations in terms of how long that script could be. So if you're looking for a really long video script, you might want to do it in chunks, right? So you might get AI to write the intro, the body, and then, your call to action or how you're going to close out your video. So that's how you can kind of work around the limitations that already exist. So it can definitely help you with creating the script. Now that you have a script, AI can actually create the video for you. You have a couple of options here. There are AI tools that will go from text to voice. So a tool like, for example, Revoicer is going to use a human voice. And you've probably heard the really mechanical version of this, but they're getting better and better and adding in emotion, and you can manipulate it a little bit so that you can have them pause, slow down, speed up. All of that can happen through AI. And what that's going to do is that you're creating an avatar. You can have a visual avatar, so a video presenter. You can kind of see the lips moving a little strangely. It looks a little bit like it's been dubbed from another language. So that's an option. Or you can just have them have the AI read the script so that you have a voiceover. And then you would use that to then go and use another AI tool to put video images or graphics or words on the screen. So that's how you can use AI to actually make your video. The next thing that you can be doing with AI is captioning your video or editing your video. So this is something that I've been doing for a very long time, using AI to edit my videos and also to caption my videos. There are a lot of tools for this, so I won't mention them all, but one that I use on a regular basis is called Capwing, and I use it to edit and also to caption my videos. Now, if you've ever uploaded a video to Facebook or you've uploaded a video to YouTube and you've clicked auto caption, you're already using AI, right? That is artificial intelligence listening to what you're saying, transcribing it, and putting it on your video. So that's already a very common use of AI for video creation. So this is another step that you can do, is take that, and instead of having closed captions, which are only there when people opt in to see them or are listening on mute, you can do open captions, which are burned onto your video. So if you want to do that, that's another way that you can use AI. So already we're through kind of the creation of the video itself, but AI support doesn't stop there. You can also use AI for scheduling your video, writing promotions for your video. Your social media posts can be created with AI. You can also use video or AI for scheduling your videos in social media or in other places. And you can even use AI to break up and repurpose your videos. Now, another great tool in the process of video marketing that can be very handy is using AI to help you with analyzing the data that your video is collecting when it's out there. So you can analyze how your video is doing, what people are loving, when people stop watching, and you can put all of that data set into AI and it's going to tell you what you should be doing next, right? So it's going to help inform your strategy. So this is like from top to tail, the video making process. Every single step of the way, you can be using AI. But should you? Really, this is the question. Should you be using all of this AI to create your videos? Yes and no. Here's my caution. In all of the things that I said, right from the very beginning of AI is going to create your ideas, AI is going to write your script, AI is going to voice your videos for you, AI is going to figure out what images to put in, AI is going to put your captions on or your motion graphics on with the words on screen. AI is going to edit your video, AI is going to post your video, AI is going to do the description, maybe make your thumbnail, AI is going to optimize your video. I didn't mention that. AI can be used for social or for search engine optimization, SEO. So AI is going to do all those things, and then AI is going to tell you what you should do next with your video marketing because it's going to analyze everything that you're doing. So what's missing in all of that? What's missing? You, right? You haven't actually taken part in any of the steps along the way. All you've done is click a couple of buttons and say, do this, do this, do this, do this. So you have to reinsert yourself in order for you to use video marketing effectively with a little bit of AI support, right? Because when you are missing from your videos, it's very difficult for video to do the thing that it's so good at doing, which is build trust, create a connection with your audience, right? The relationship building that video does so well doesn't exist when you're doing top to tail AI videos, right? If your goal is to churn out as many videos as possible, then you're absolutely going to get there with AI. But is it representing you? Now, this is a huge caution, like giant red flag, if you're creating video for your personal brand. Because think about that. Personal. What part of what we just talked about has any of you in it? Has any personality? Has anything personal to you? So this is what's missing, and this is why I have a huge caution about using AI to its full extent in video marketing. But there are some ways for you to actually use AI without losing yourself in the process. Okay, so I've got 3 keys for you right now, the 3 keys to using AI effectively and not killing your brand. All right, the number 1 is don't use AI at every single step of the video production process. Pick and choose the parts of video creation that you struggle the most with and use AI for that. Now, that might not be the case if the thing you struggle the most with is showing up on camera. If you're building your personal brand, it might still be imperative for you to show up on camera. Having some animated AI where the voice is animated to move to whatever text you wrote isn't necessarily going to help people get to know you. So that might be a step that you absolutely no-go, don't use. And I'm just talking about personal brands here. This is really important because building the trust with your ideal customer, with your viewer, is what video does so well. So you really want to show up as yourself, right? Authentically, even if you've had a few pieces of the puzzle put together by AI. So number 1, don't use AI for every single step of the way. The other step that I would suggest you don't use AI, or at least not fully, is with the script. What you say is so important, and how you communicate is so unique to you, right? Even how I communicate, the cadence, my presentation style, the words I choose, the way I constantly say right at the end of sentences. I mean, this is part of who I am and how I communicate. And if I took all of that out, either through AI editing, or if I took all of that out because I had AI write my script for me, then I would be in a lot of trouble because I would lose the personality from my videos, right? So that's really, you want to think about where can AI help me and not hurt me? I'm going to say that again. Where can AI help the video production process without hurting my brand, without hurting the efforts that I'm making to create a connection using video? The next key to using AI effectively in your video marketing strategy is to make sure that you don't accept everything without review when you have AI write your script for you, right? They're going around the internet, right? They're gathering from millions of data points and trying to put together information. But that information could be biased, incorrect, counter to your message or how you feel about something, right? So you have to take the time to edit. So edit for content and then edit for voice. Make sure that you're putting yourself back in. Ask yourself, would I use this word? Is this word too fancy for me? Is this word too simple for me? Too colloquial? What is every single word, make sure you read it out loud so that you get a sense of whether or not it fits with your brand, your style, who you are, right? So 100%, whether it's the idea, the script, the title, the thumbnail, the images that they're choosing, if you're doing that kind of video, the description, all of that. Do not accept it as 100% done. This is going to bite you in the ass if you don't do this. You absolutely have to edit and add. Add yourself, add that secret sauce of yours into these videos if you're going to be using AI to write your scripts or come up with your ideas or even your descriptions, right? So helps a little, doesn't do everything. You shouldn't let it do everything, okay? And then the last thing that AI you have to be really careful about, and the key to being able to use AI is that you are super clear on your strategy. Because AI doesn't know your strategy. AI doesn't know what you're trying to do, who you're trying to reach, who you're trying to connect with. So you need to be really clear about that. And when I say that, I mean your video marketing strategy has to include why, right? What is the purpose of your video marketing? Why are you doing it? Why would people watch? And who's going to watch? Who do you want to connect with? Your strategy has to have that target audience. It's so critical for your videos to be effective. You also need to know what you are communicating. What is your core message? What are you trying to share? And a little bit around that, why as well? Why are you sharing it? You also will have in your video strategy where you should be posting so that you can connect with your ideal audience. And how are you going to share this information? Which also has to do with your who, right? How are they consuming video marketing? How are they consuming videos? So this is really critical that you have a strategy. And when you have that strategy, you can use AI more effectively and selectively because you're able to tell AI what it is that you need. You can tell the systems, the platforms, what it is that you need. So these are the key things. You can use AI at every single step of the video production process, but you want to be careful not to leave yourself out of it entirely, because who you are is the one thing AI cannot replicate, right? You can't be replicated through artificial intelligence. So you need to put yourself back in there. And this is so critical if you are trying to build your authority as an expert. So let me just take a minute and talk about that too, because it is so important. Let's not forget where the information is coming from when AI is creating a script, right? It's gathering all of the information from sources out there. Now, if you want to be a thought leader, you can't just regurgitate what everyone has already said. You have to be able to share it in a unique way. You have to have your own viewpoint. And if you want to communicate it effectively, you need to be sharing your own personal stories, whether that's an anecdote to help people understand a concept better, or whether that is just your way of sharing and communicating. You can't build your authority as an expert if all you're doing is regurgitating what's out there. You have to have something unique. You have to have a different viewpoint. You have to be sharing your perspective on things. AI can't do that for you. Okay? So make sure you're putting yourself back in there. Make sure you edit and add. Make sure that you don't use AI for every single step of the video production process. And make sure that you have a solid strategy that you're following and using AI to help you, not replace you.